I missed one more thing because I have to specify. Oh, no, this will work. That will work. At first, I thought I missed one thing, but I did not actually. Okay. So we got line number. We got some variables here: B, E, M, K, and then we got array A bracket 0, A bracket 1, A bracket 2. 3 elements is fine. We'll have 2, 5, 7. And we can look for 6. Okay, these all start with some unknown value, and so is found. Found starts with some unknown value like this. This is the precondition of the algorithm. What is the first line I should start with in this case?
14.
Line 14 is the first line outside of the definition of a subroutine, so we'll start with line 14. B gets 0. Line 15. E gets bar A bar minus 1. What is bar A bar? 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. Then we go to line 16. It invokes the subroutine. When we invoke a subroutine, we have to allocate a new column. So in this case, it will be column K. We'll mark it as, or label as return line number. Where do we continue execution for this particular line, return line number?
17.
17, very good. And then we continue execution in the subroutine that we are invoking. So that will start with line 2. Line 2 evaluates a condition. B is less than E is... B is less than or equal to E is... True. Okay, very good. Then we go to line 3. What is the floor of 0 plus 2 divided by 2? 1. Very good. And then we go to line 4. A bracket M is A bracket 1. A bracket 1 has a value of 5. Is 5 less than 6? It is true. Okay, so we indicate that. A bracket M is less than K is true. So we continue execution on line 5. Line 5 says we have to update B. B becomes M plus 1. M is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, very good. But then we go to line 6. Line 6 says we have to invoke the subroutine again. This is where it looks kind of confusing because we are running out of space to write the columns. So I will scroll the columns independently on this side. So on line 6, we have to allocate a new column. In this case, it's column L. And where do we go back to? In this case, this is a little bit more tricky. We are on line 6 right now. What is the line that is logically following line 6 in this pseudocode? That will be line 12. Okay, we go all the way out. We go all the way out because when we are done with line 6, we are done with the inner conditional statement. But the inner conditional statement is the last statement of the outer conditional statement. So that's why we go all the way out to line 12 in this case. Very good. So once we have remembered where to continue execution when we are done with a subroutine, what do? Then we continue execution in the subroutine that we are invoking. Okay, what is the first line of bin search? Line 2. Very good. See how boring it is, with recursive subroutines? B is less than or equal to E is true. Okay, very good. Then we go to line 3 again. What is 2 plus 2 divided by 2? No.
1.
Yes, 2. Okay. Yes, 2. Okay, then we go to line 4. Line 4 is asking, is A bracket M less than K? M is 2. A bracket M is A bracket 2, which is 7. K is 6. Is that true or is that false? That is false. A bracket M, the other opposite. K is less than A bracket M is true. Okay, because we are just comparing it the other way around. And that would be line 7. After line 7 is true, we go to line 8. Line 8 is going to subtract 1 from M and then store the result in E. M is 2. M has a value of 2 at this point. 2 minus 1 is 1. We store 1 into E, so we store it here. Then where do we go?
Wouldn't it be 0? 2
Hmm?
minus 2 is 0?
2 minus 1.
Oh.
2 minus 1.
Never mind.
So we go to line 9, we invoke the subroutine. So now we have to allocate another column. This time we are allocating column M, return line number. And where do we go back to? Line 12. Okay, because we are on line 9 right now. When line 9 is done, we are going to line 12 logically. Once we remember where to go back to, we can continue execution in the subroutine. We go back to line 2 again. What is B is less than or equal to E. Trust me, at this point it's going to be really fast. We have enough time to do it. We got 1 minute. 1 minute is 60 seconds. That's a lot of time. False. Okay, very good. Then where do we go? All the way up to line 12. What do we do on line 12? We look up the last return line number. When we say we have to continue execution over there, it tells me I'm supposed to go back to line 12. And then this column is no longer in use. We mark it as free at this point. Now we're at line 12 again. What do we do on line 12? We look up the last column that tells us where to go back to. It tells us to go back to line 12. Then we deallocate that column. We are at line 12 right now. What does line 12 do? It tells us to go back to line 17 in this case. So we go back to line 17. And then this column is now deallocated. What do we do on line 17? We compare A bracket M. M is 2 to K. Are they the same? Nope. So we say found is false. Oops. False. It ran out of space to write false, that's all. And now we're done. And right on time, according to my clock that is synchronized to the atomic clock. Are you guys getting the idea of recursion?
Yeah.
Sort of? Okay. I'm going to save it and put it online, so that you guys can review it later.
Can you help me to figure it out?
Okay. I need to look up the records. Let me do it, in my office.
Okay,
Because
quick right now because I have lab right now.
well, but I can't look up your grade, as quickly. Just hold on a second, because I have to turn off the screen first. Otherwise, the entire class can see your grade, which is not good. Let me save this one first. Insert cursive.